Sometimes you hear an idea that is so simple and so smart, you just have to ask, why didn't someone think of this sooner? Well, today we're going to dive into one of those ideas. It's a model that tackles a massive community problem with an approach that is just brilliantly straightforward. Seriously, just take a second and really think about that. What would that mean for you? No more quick runs for milk or eggs. Forget about grabbing fresh vegetables on your way home for dinner. Every single time you needed food, it would have to be this big, planned-out event. And look, this isn't just some thought experiment. For thousands and thousands of families, this is their everyday life. It's a reality in communities we call food deserts, and it creates this gap in the most basic, fundamental service you can imagine. So let's dig in. First up, we're going to break down what this problem actually looks like on the ground. This is the reality of living in a food access desert.
So what exactly is a food desert? Well, here's the official definition. But the phrases you really want to pay attention to are limited access and affordable and nutritious. See, it's not just about how far away the store is. It's about not having healthy choices that you can actually get to and that you can actually afford.
In the specific community we're looking at today, this is how many households are living that reality. And just to be clear, that's not just a number on a page. That's almost 1,400 families, 1,400 kitchens, and 1,400 dinner tables.
And this is the hurdle. Over a mile to get to the nearest full-service supermarket. Now, I know, a mile might not sound like a huge deal if you've got a car, but what if you don't? What if you're relying on the bus or you're walking with bags? All of a sudden, that mile becomes a massive wall between you and fresh food. And this number, well, this is where it really hits home. 278 of those households have kids. So this isn't just about an inconvenience for adults anymore. This is a direct threat to the health and the nutrition of the next generation. Okay, so we've laid out a pretty big problem. But now for the good part. Let's talk about the solution. Because this community came up with something truly elegant. The Munchyfest model. And here's the big insight. You don't always need a massive, complicated solution to fix a complex problem. Instead of trying to attract a multi-million-dollar supermarket, this model is all about being small, nimble, local, and built on just a few incredibly powerful ideas. And it all boils down to these 3 words. This is the mantra that guides every single decision they make. It's so easy to remember, and as you're about to see, it's unbelievably effective. Let's break down how they bring these words to life. All right, so how does this thing actually tick? Let's get under the hood and look at the engine behind the model and see how simple and smart really connect. This slide is where the genius of the model really clicks into place. You've got these 2 sides, simple and smart, and they feed each other. On the simple side, you have things like fixed hours and really clear pricing. That makes the market predictable and super easy for people to use. But all that simplicity on the front end creates the data and the stability needed for the smart side to work its magic, using that data to see what people want, adapt the finances, and most importantly, reinvest the profits. And what you get is this amazing, powerful feedback loop. It's a cycle of constant improvement. They start by going out and actually talking to the community to see what they need. Then, they track the data from every sale to see what's actually working. And then, and this is the most critical part, they take the profits and pour them right back into the things that the data shows are successful. The market literally learns and gets better over time. So the model's simple and it's smart. We love that. But here's the $1 million question, or maybe the $5,000 question. Is it sustainable? I mean, a great idea is only great if it can actually last. So let's look at the numbers. And the answer is, oh yeah. The numbers are frankly incredible for a small community operation. After you pay for all the expenses, the food, the staff, everything, the market is clearing around $5,000 in profit every single month. This is what makes it last. It's not a charity project that's going to run out of grant money. It's a self-sustaining, thriving small business. But here's the thing. Making a profit is one thing. That's fantastic, but it's not the most important part of this story. Not even close.
The real genius of this model, the thing that makes it truly sustainable for the long haul, is what it does with every single dollar of that profit. This right here, this is the secret sauce. They don't just put the profit in the bank, they put every single dollar to work. 20% goes right back into advertising and promotions to keep growing the customer base. A massive 40% gets reinvested into growth and paying down loans, which makes the whole operation stronger. And the other 40%? That goes into future reserves, building a safety net for a rainy day. It's a brilliant financial loop where every single dollar has a job to do. So let's pull it all together. To wrap things up, let's zoom out and look at the 4 core reasons this model isn't just surviving, but actually thriving. And more importantly, why this could be a template for other neighborhoods too.
It really boils down to these 4 things. First, it provides access where there was a huge gap. Second, it guarantees affordability for everyone, not just some. But the real magic is in the last 2. It's built for adaptability, using that profit reinvestment to change and evolve with the community's needs. And all of that, together, creates real longevity. This thing is built to last. And honestly, this quote from the source material just sums it all up perfectly. This market isn't just about selling groceries. It's about bridging a critical gap. Yeah, but it's also about generating profits with a purpose and using those profits to empower the health of an entire neighborhood for good.
So it kind of leaves you with this final, really important question to think about. The Munchyfest model proves that sometimes the most powerful solutions aren't the biggest or the most expensive ones. They're the simple, smart ones. So what's a simple idea that could make a real difference right where you live?